I-22F is in relationship with 22M who thinks one should not marry her without a clean past. I am 22 female is in relationship with 22M since last 6 months and it's his second relationship and mine also. And he liked one absurd post saying, men should not marry a girl without clean past, so I asked is this his true mentality, then he said yes. Isn't it like having double standards? He himself don't have clean past and now also he is in relationship with me on short-term basis without any commitment of getting married. Is this really what guys thinks? I wants to dump him. I know he is not the one. But I have my finals upcoming and I can't handle this trauma right now. What advice you can give me? I know he is not the one, so you know there's not a future with him. He doesn't respect you as he said himself. He doesn't respect a girl without a clean past. You'll be wasting your time and putting your self-worth down the longer you stay with this guy. You already know what to do. Don't waste your valuable time with misogynistic, hypocritical men. Block him and be done with it. He's a misogynist. Get rid and be grateful he only took up 6 months of your time. Do you really have to ask? You know the answer. Pretend he doesn't exist and never text or call him again. He is trash. I guarantee you will make his future wife very miserable. You should not only dump him. For your next relationship, ask for their opinion on these topics very early. If they have misogynist or double standards opinions regarding gender, dump that next guy too, until you find a decent human being. What does a clean past mean? Like a virgin? Any way to save my 38M 9-year marriage to my wife 37F after making colossal mistake. We've been married for almost 9 years and have 2 kids. The youngest is 2Y3 male. Well before our youngest was born, an ongoing pattern started. I'm probably a bit avoidant and self-centered and absent-minded. I am also unable to draw boundaries or express what I want and need clearly. This leads to poor emotional availability, deception, resentment for being disrespected in fights, resentment for not getting my needs met. My wife is anxious and reactive, and often took my mannerisms to mean I didn't care or love her. Throw in some postpartum after our youngest. It's been rough for the last 2 years. The divorce word has been thrown around a lot. She told me she had an attorney picked out, talked about bird nesting strategies. She seemed to get more serious about it. A few weeks ago, she told me she wanted a divorce, in a way I took to mean it was happening, not just a tactic of, fix this or this will happen. So I called a lawyer and got an appointment. The good one in town that all my coworkers say saved them or were the worst adversary. I was scared. I did it with some degree of spite. It gave me a sense of control that I felt ripped away when she threatened divorce. I actually thought she had done something already, since she told me she picked an attorney already. It didn't feel good, but I told myself it's the advice I'd give someone if they were in my shoes. I got cold feet and pushed the appointment out. I decided I'd see how Mother's Day went. It seemed to go well. I was considering canceling the appointment with the attorney, but then we had a fight where I find out the flowers I got were all wrong. The gifts were tone deaf. She was bored during that day. She appreciated the bath with rose petals, I guess. The divorce word was thrown around again. But I also found some useful content from Heidi Priebe on YouTube that really seemed to click. I saw our relationship in descriptions of attachment theory, and I found myself with questions and things to talk to a therapist about. I tried different things, being more direct, risking vulnerability. We both agree it was working. She noticed. I could see a path. I felt fantastic about our future for the first time in a while. Now, I've told my wife I'd get counseling for a year. I did a consult with one a year ago and it didn't seem right. Then I did another in February, same thing, not a good fit. I didn't make a serious attempt to find therapy. I didn't know how it could help, the words or what to even say to start. I did other research but didn't find a lot that helped more than a little bit. I did move from blaming her for all the issues, to seeing that I was a contributor, to seeing how I was not living up to my role of being an emotionally available husband for a wife who needs that. I tried to focus on not being defensive and hearing her, and these things did help a little. I didn't understand why I was defensive, and still don't fully, but that's a place I could really dig in with a therapist now. But I didn't follow through in the ways I said I would. I overpromised on things I didn't know how I would follow through on, and failed to find a way. What brings us to today? She wanted to explore selling our house and traveling by RV, working remotely and homeschooling the kids. Live some places different, find a new place to settle down, or come back to Oregon knowing it was a good fit. I didn't love this idea, and she knew it. But I wanted to give it a fair shake and enjoy the shared dream, and maybe find some connection with it. We talked about this on and off for several days. One thing that really popped up to me was the previous instability in our marriage, and I decided I'd bring this up when we talked about risks and issues with this idea. I planned to say I have concerns about the stability of our marriage, but I'm open to the idea that maybe this could help us reconnect. I pushed through my fears of vulnerability and got the first part out, but things devolved immediately and the second part didn't, at least until later in the exchange, when it seemed unauthentic. She said this was me taking steps to plan a life without her, and she demanded to know what else I'd done. I am a terrible liar, and I didn't want to lie plus deal with the fallout when she got it out of me anyway, so I told her about the appointment with an attorney. So, where we're at, is she says this is an irreparable betrayal, that I made my choice, that she doesn't see how she can ever trust me again. She told me she never said we were going to get a divorce, only that it is what would happen if I didn't change. How do I show her I was only acting out of defensive fear, that I have finally seen how our relationship could be improved and how great it could be if I stuck with making these changes? Can I? Do I need to just accept the consequences of my actions? How would you go about saving this? I can't tell her this, she won't listen to it. I feel like such a piece of trash for destroying a marriage that I might actually have been able to save, by making one move out of fear. Fuck. I don't know either one of you and I'm ready to hire an attorney to divorce you both. You both sound extremely immature. You don't throw around the word divorce unless you really mean it, and you don't give ultimatums if you never plan to follow through. Go to your appointment and speak with that attorney. A consultation isn't filing, but you need good information so you can decide what your next steps should be. Also do individual and couples therapy. Lord knows you both need it. Couples therapy isn't just for saving a marriage. It's to also help resolve issues so you can have an amicable separation and co-parenting relationship. Do it for your poor kids. You can't even get along in a house. She's absolutely insane if she thinks you'll do better in a van. She's absolutely full of shit. Selling the house was liquidating one of the main things that would keep her tied to you. You do not get to throw out multiple, repeated threats of divorce and then pretend the other person is some sort of demon spawn for daring talk to a lawyer. This is just her way to spin this as, you're the bad guy, instead of her owning her own damn decision. Van life is massively over-glamorized online. Any problems in your relationship would have exploded in the small confines of an RV. Small spaces exacerbate every tiny difference and annoyance. She was driving this relationship into an explosive trap either way. I agree with you in that I believe that living out of an RV and homeschooling the kids is a terrible idea when your marriage is already struggling. What an exhausting read. Sounds like you two just need to get the divorce already. Good grief. Y'all are talking about it constantly but also apparently going to go drive around in an RV like apocalyptic nomads. Get your shit together. Don't sell the house. Meet with the attorney. She brought up divorce incessantly, she's just angry that she can't use it to manipulate you anymore. End this. Do you like each other? Because this just sounds like two unhappy people who are too codependent to be honest with each other and themselves. I'm 32F staring to resent my husband 45M. I literally just can't stand him anymore. We have a 3-year-old together which is why I have stayed with him for as long as I have but it's just getting harder. I'm 32 he's 45 but you would think it would be switched with how he acts. He always has a sob story to try and make me feel sorry for him or guilt me and it used to work but not anymore. He decided to go back to school and I encouraged it but then he wanted to go part-time at his work which turned into me having to put him on my health insurance. My insurance went from $80 a month to $300. He does not even feel bad or offer to help me with this as any way. Our rent is very cheap. We rent a house from my family and we only paid $300 each a month but now he wants me to pay his share as well and also for all groceries instead splitting because now he said all he can afford is his car payment and child support, another child. Mind you he is only taking one fucking class. He is trying to get into nursing school but has not gotten accepted yet. He has $4,000 in savings and I reminded him he can use that money to help me pay for things and acted like he did not want to use that. It would be different if he actually cleaned the house but he will do one load of dishes in our tiny fucking dishwasher and consider that cleaning. Not even wipe the counters, sweep or clean the sink. I spend hours and hours deep cleaning while he will just watch me and not offer to help and just pretend like he's doing schoolwork. I recently lost 20 pounds and I've been working on feeling better about myself and taking care of myself but it's like I can't do things for myself like buy cute clothes without feeling guilty because he's always like we need to save money. I just can't live like this. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to be stressed out about money and piss poor. I've been piss poor all my life and now that I'm in my 30s I have a decent paying job but I don't want to support some man that would not do the same for me. Does it sound like he just doesn't want to work? I feel like he's just using me for all he can. You should have started the post by highlighting that you have 2 children, ages 3 and 45. The older child has given up adulting and it's not going to change until something drastic snaps his lazy ass out of it. Not sure what that would be at this age. FFS. No way he found a younger girl to do everything for him, unbelievable. This has never happened in the history of the world. Your instincts are right. He is using you for your money and labor. He will steal your life out from under you if you don't walk away. You're basically doing it all on your own already, so just take the leap. Do not allow a man to rob you of your youth or your peace. What he's doing is financial abuse. I'm not quick to jump on the divorce as the immediate answer train, but this will only get worse. I would cut your losses and go live happily with your child. He's taking every inch you're willing to give him. The fact he's trying to slither his way out of even paying half of the $300 rent your family secured him speaks directly to his entitlement. As long as you let him pile responsibilities onto your plate, he will keep doing it. You only have one life to live, and it sounds like you know your answer. Excluded from boyfriend's birthday plans. 39M36F. My boyfriend of 8 Malians has made plans for his birthday and completely excluded me. We'd had a discussion recently that I would plan a special day for him, basically spoil and celebrate him. We agreed and I'd made some really sentimental plans. Only to be told now pretty close to the date that he's planning on going away to spend time with friends and family. Told about it more as an FYI. I do fully understand it's his birthday and he can celebrate it however he wants, but I do feel very hurt and excluded. I really wanted to share the day together and make it special for him, or at least be included in his plans. He knew I planned a day together and it wasn't even acknowledged when he told me about his new plans. I don't know if I'm overreacting or valid in my feelings. You are old enough to know what to do. He didn't consider your plans or wants to hang out with you. Smart women don't beg for love. He is telling you exactly where you stand in his life. I would listen up. You are not his girlfriend. This is at best a fling for him, or a casual dating situation. He's telling you who he is, believe him. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. You simply don't matter that much to him. He knew but didn't care. He could have included you with these other plans, but chose not to. He could have acknowledged your plans, but didn't. He has absolutely told you everything you need to know. Time to put yourself first and let him go. You can do better. Are you sure he's your boyfriend? Because this sounds like the behavior of someone who doesn't consider you to be his girlfriend.